Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my garage. First of all, I want to thank 44 Magnum for buying this for me. I've been playing it a bit this weekend and having a lot of fun. It's a pretty addictive game. It kind of blends My Summer Car, easier though, with the car mechanic simulator, and then also a little bit of Mon Bazoo thrown in there. It is not the greatest game of all time, but it is actually kind of fun game, very addictive, and a little bit clunky, corny at the same time. The only issue I'm really having is keeping my joystick. This game probably will be good to play with if you have a force feedback steering wheel with a stick shift setup. It looks like it supports that, and I probably will set mine up at some point. Right now, obviously, you guys know if you've been following the channel, we're getting ready to move in the next probably 1 to 2 months. And so I feel like it's not the greatest time to be like tearing my stuff apart and trying to set up new stuff. So for the time being, I'm just playing using my GameCube controller that I have plugged into my computer. And it's working okay. If the controller falls asleep, I then lose the ability to play, or the ability to use the controller. And driving with the keyboard and mouse, I don't know I guess if you're used to it, it can be great, but for me, it's a harrowing experience. I usually end up wrecking the car that I'm driving if I try to do it. So anyway, I have chosen the hard mode to start with. It's not super hard. There's a survival mode that's really difficult. They basically just throw you out in the middle of nowhere, no food, no nothing, no money, and a couple broken cars. And I don't really know how you would even survive that, because in this game, you really need at least a phone so you can take jobs, and you don't have that. And there's no map, so you can't figure out where you are or where anything is. It's all random. So I'm still trying to figure that mode out, but this is the next hardest mode. So we have the survival features turned on. I have to eat, I got to sleep, and do things like that that normal people do. And then I also have to obviously earn money. We don't have a garage yet, and I don't have a lift. So some of the jobs are going to be a lot more difficult because I've chosen to just work out of my home. And so there may be some funky things that happen. The other thing, too, is I can't figure out the welding. I probably will need to watch some tutorials to see how they do it. We may get a couple paint jobs and like rust fix jobs. And if I can't weld, I may not be able to complete those jobs all the way. I'll still get paid because I'll repaint them and stuff, but I don't know how to attach the body to the framework. And that's something that I tried to do, but I failed miserably. So we've got that going on. But we can take most jobs just being here. Once I start my first job, if I have a car that's running, or once it's running, we are going to run into town and buy a better jack. These jacks, the jack stands that they give us suck. The cars shift all over the place. They're dangerous. You can't lift it very high. So it's really hard to get underneath the car to work. I think once we get a better jack in here, doing some of those more advanced jobs will be a little bit easier. And I also need to buy more fluids and stuff, because this will fill like half a radiator. And usually they give you an oil canister, but I don't see any oil. So I'm probably gonna have to buy some oil, unless it's laying around out here somewhere. Nope, I don't see it. But I love our garage. I actually like starting this way better than starting with the garage and having all this money and stuff. Now, we can buy the garage. It's in town. We live in the middle of this big island, okay? And the garage is here in town. So we have to order everything by catalog right now. It costs a little bit more money, but we'll get there. We also need to use customer cars to get into town, so we can buy cereal and water for now. Eventually we'll get to the bigger town once I have my own car, and we'll go grocery shopping. None of this stuff does anything in the house. It's kind of disappointing. But this game is still pretty early access. So I'm really enjoying it, though. I got to say, right away, I played it. Today's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, by the way, everybody. I've been playing the heck out of this game. It's so much fun. So we need to repaint. Can you fix that and repaint the part? There is some rust. Sure. You get paid a lot of money for the paint jobs. There, 40. Whoa. That seems like way too much. Usually it's like $300 or $500. There's a really rusty. Oh, it's going to be bad. Oh, man. And there's probably going to be, let's see what it says. If we look at the menu right now, click I. and I click on the job info, it's going to say there's some rust. Can you fix that? Doesn't say anything about not the welding issues, so we may not have to worry about welding on this one. Let me hop in. We'll pull it in the garage and start working on it. All right, so we're going to hop in and let's see, foot on the brake. Take the parking brake off. Start her up. Oh, we got to wait. So that's our, there we go. Got to wait for the ignition to warm up. Okay, nice diesel engine there. It's a Mercedes diesel. This obviously takes place in Europe. All the cars are manual transmission. Once again, I have all that set up. I didn't do it for the game, so careful. Foot on brake. Car into neutral and parking brake on, foot off brake, and accelerate or gas off. So we need to hop under the car first thing and check out the condition of the subframe. We're not going to be able to see much because this car sits pretty low. I'm just looking around the base to see if there's any rust down low. It doesn't look like there is. This might be an easy one. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's see if we can't get this job done, because that's going to give us, I mean, that's a huge boost. I can't believe they're giving us so much money for that. But I mean, body work is good money. So the first thing we do is we take the angle grinder and we grind up the rust. I try to get it all because otherwise it paints weird. So try to get it all nice and neat. Let's open this door. Well, let's finish that first. And open this up. So we're going to have to be careful. We have to make sure we open this when we paint. There's rust on the inside of the door. Some of this stuff you can't get. So we'll try our best. Oh, that's getting pretty good. Okay. You got to watch, though, because we'll be clipping paint from other parts of the car. It goes through and hits what's behind it, too, sometimes. So, all right. Looking good here. There's some rust up in this A-pillar. So, there we go. Open the door. Let's see what we got inside. Yeah, there's stuff inside, too. See, some of that I can't remediate. That's not letting me touch that, so we'll just leave it. Alrighty, and then this here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the car scraped, and I will be back. It's a little bit tedious, so I don't want to make you watch the whole thing. I'll be back. All right. By the way, you press T for flashlight. There's just a little teeny spot right there. But for the most part, we've got all the rust off the car. It's grinded down to the... Now, once again, painting in the game is much easier than it is in real life. They really, I don't know, made it, I don't say dummy proof, but it's pretty easy. So the next thing that we need to do is stand next to the car. We're going to press I, and it looks like there's still going to be some rust. So we need to find somewhere on the car is rust. So we're not ready to paint yet. You want this to be 5 stars. Once this is 5-star, you're ready to paint. But that means that there's somewhere. And so my fear is that it's underneath, because we've kind of gone through. There's a little bit there. But some of these, oh, look at that. Okay, there's a whole bunch right here. That's probably what it's flagging. I didn't see that. So let me grab the angle grinder and see if we can't clean this up. Wow. I should probably check all the doors like that. See, that looks good. It's funny the places where cars keep water. Now it's still showing 4 stars. Eesh. Don't see any there. There's a little bit here. And nothing over there. This all looks good. There may be some stuff underneath. This is where it gets a little touchy because we can't, it's hard to maneuver under the car with the jack stand, but we just might have to do that. Oh, no, there's a nice big chunk there too. Let's get that. So you really have to go over the car, but it's nice that they have the rating system because that kind of tells you like you've done a good job or you haven't done a good job. Sorry, I'm leaning into the mic here as I'm looking. I'm actually physically leaning because I'm a goober. Looking better. Let's see what they say now. Shizzle sticks. It's still showing that there's more rust. Don't see anything on those doors in these spots. How about on this side? Well, there's a nice chunk there. And let's see how we're doing now. Nope, still 4-star. All right, I'll keep looking, see what I find. It's not underneath the car. I'm kind of confused at where this big rust spot is. There's no, I got a ding there. I got to make sure I paint that. But there's no rust under the frame. So I'm not sure why we're not getting a clear. I don't see any rust at all on the car anymore. We've got, at least from what I can tell, we've got all of it. There should be nothing more here. Nothing on there. Nope. That door looks clean. I'm doing with the flashlight. T, by the way, turns the flashlight on. And that looks clean as a whistle, man. I'm not sure where they're picking up that there's still rust on here, but well, let's see. What does it still say? Still 4 stars. Well, let's paint it and see what happens. But I'm not seeing it. Maybe, oh, you know what? Let's do this. I forgot. This car has these fancy panels. Oops. Let's take these off and see what's underneath. Oh, yeah. Okay. So don't forget with the Mercedes, you've got some extra work to do. Because there's little panels that go on there. Grab our angle grinder. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to do the whole spot just because it was so finicky about that. And we'll take the other side off here. Strip it down to the bare knuckles. That was the wrong button. There. Okay, that all looks good. So let's take a look at the frame condition now. Still 4 stars. Eat my shorts. All right, taking all these little plastics off wherever we can. Oh, that was the wrong piece. Well, we took the inside of the car off. I didn't want to do that. But maybe, nope. All right, put that back on. What else can we take off? Nope. Why not? Let's take it off and see. No rust there. These come off. I mean, it could be hiding underneath all that stuff. Oh, these come off too. Oh, man. So we have a lot more examining to do because there's this. Look at this. Okay, so there's nothing there, but that all came off. And so we might find that there's more rust around here. Around here. Well, nope, there's not. Interesting. Still saying there's more. Don't want to take the windows out. Let's take this roof piece out. See if we can't. Nope. I know it actually does come out. Can I take this off? No, those all come off with screws. That comes off with a screw. I don't want to take the windshield off. How does this come off? There's 2 screws for that. Well, this plastic. Oh, gosh. We could do this all. Oh, whoa. The car started to roll. Don't want that. No. Let's do this again. How can we get this? Something came off. Oh, God. They don't make this easy, do they? Okay. That looks good. Let's check this side. I need to get over there. The car has fallen off the jack. That's okay, because we're not really looking underneath anymore. Oh, come on. I'm stuck. Oh, here's the unstuck button. Okay. Got to be careful doing that around the car, because sometimes you'll just slam into the car and it'll actually damage the car. There's no rust there. Okay, so we can put this piece back on. I mean, do I really want to take the seats and carpet out and stuff? Maybe we have to do that. Well, let's see. I'm going to grab the wrench, and we'll try this back. I've never had to go this far into the car before. Usually this stuff's just surface. I don't know why. It's funny. As I've been making these videos, I've been getting some of the hardest jobs that I can possibly get. And, you know, when I was just goofing around, it's like, oh, yeah, $900 here, $900 there. But they are paying us a lot of money. So, no, I want to... Nope, tighten that. Look at it and tighten it, you jerk. There. And look at this one and loosen it. Okay. Take that off and look for rust. Nope, nothing. Oh, there is rust under there, though. Did you see that? Right under this panel. So we need to get this off and grab that. I've had to completely disassemble this poor vehicle. Come on. Oh, you cheesehead. Just get up and get in there. There we go. Why can't I pick this? It's under there. I can't get this piece off. These pieces don't come off. Well, that's no good. Let's see if I can grind it? I can. Okay. We'll paint it. Let's see. Is that it? No. But we've ruined the overall condition of the car now. All right. That's great. That's what we want to just take everything down. We're going to put this all back together somehow. I don't want to be doing this. Oh, man. Come on. Seriously? All right, well, for some reason, that's not going to go in, so I need to find my wrench. And we'll fasten that back down. What else can we see? Well, these pillars don't come off, I guess. The doors come off. Let's take these off and see. That door looks good. But I think this is maybe how we get there. How does this look? Oh, yeah, it's all rusty back there. Okay. So, see, there are things that are we're still missing, so. No, pick it up. The fact that it goes away makes me super nervous. I don't like the fact that when I just touch it, it goes away. But that might be it. There's still rust on the body somewhere. Oh, man, they're just being mean at this point. Okay, I got to find the wrench. I wish we could keep these on us so we didn't have to keep picking up. I'll tell you what, though. This is a lot easier than my summer car, for example. Okay, that panel is just fine. Nothing needs to be done there. And then last but not least, let's check this panel. That panel is fine. So that kind of sucks. I was hoping we'd find more underneath there. But we'll leave that one off. So I guess what else could we look? I mean, I don't know where else to look aside from we've had this open and looked in there. I'll push this car back a little bit. It's getting too close to the wall. You don't really ever seem to see rust in these areas, though. It's usually just on the outside. So that's a bummer. And this is the second time I've had this where it's like super, super finicky. But like I said, you do want to get it perfect. So, but I think sometimes there's rust in there that they're not. Do we need to take, I guess we need to take this stuff out. It's not. I'll need a bigger garage. This is why you need the bigger garage. Let's take this out. This really is like my summer car. And this is why they pay us the big bucks. All right. Well, let's get down to the subframe here and see what's going on under the seats. I mean, if it is going to rust, it would rust around those panels and stuff. So I can't argue necessarily with doing this. Hopefully it won't rain. Where's our ripper? There it is. Okay. Jump inside. Can we take steering wheel horn? Where did this go? I don't necessarily want this off. There we go. But this, no, we can't. Now we can't take any of this out. It doesn't look like. Unless, let's see. No, that's not going to do it. Do I take these sills off? I can't stand up for. There we go. Yeah, there's no. So I don't know. It doesn't look like this comes up. If you were doing a full rust remediation, you probably would have to take all this out. But none of this seems to want to come out. So, and I don't really want to disassemble the car that far. Do those have to come out and then this comes out? None of this seems to want to come out either, so... I'm clicking on it, nothing's coming out. Okay. I just don't know. I'm not sure where the rest of the rust is, but I feel like we've gotten everything we possibly can get. So, and once again, underneath, I'm not, unless it's appeared now, we went under and didn't see anything. So now we got a big mess. Oh, Lord. Well, let's get it painted, and then we'll look again and see what we see. But I think we got everything we can get. So, once again, the color. Let's see the job info. Are we done? Some parts are missing. Yeah. All right. 1741AE. 1741AE. And we're going to just order one can for now. Color 1741AE. By spray can. There we go. And we can begin the painting process. There's a little bit there. A little dab will do ya. Okay, that looks nice. If only it was that easy in real life. So the back end looks done. Let's close this and grab that and see what the back trunk lid looks good. Okay. That means we can put this, let's see, where's the... Bumper cover. Boop. There's that. And let's go ahead and grab this and we'll spray the inside here. Go on the right spot, dang you. Okay. Thankfully, it does its own like auto masking. You don't have to worry about getting paint on the windows and stuff like that. Looks good there. Got a spot here. There you go. The other thing that's weird is sometimes spots appear as you do this. They appear. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure you coat it heavily too, though, because sometimes you get blank places. That coat looks good. And we got all this. That looks good. Make sure we hit that. Let's get inside and see what we see. Looks, oh, there. That's why we check. Everything here looks good. Oh, I forgot about this. Hang on. We had this stuff back here that we had to ice off here. I don't know if it counts or not, but we might as well at least do it. So that's done. Now we got to do the outside of the door. Spray that, spray that. And we might need another can, but this is looking good so far. All right. Now we have, what was this? This is the right rear cover. You can put that back on. And then we're going to do the front door. Let's angle grind that again. Some of that stuff didn't come off. You know, you can see how this is like, they're really particular about some of this stuff, and you can't get to it. This is the frustrating part that I found. Like, see, I can't, for some reason, I can't grind that spot. Finally, I got it. Maybe that'll fix some of the issues that we have. And up here, same thing. Did we stand up? Stand up. Say yeah. Stand up, y'all. All right. You know I get so. Oh. No. Does this thing run out? It might be out. I think it's out. So we need to buy. We might need another can or two, huh? I'm just going to buy one, though. One at a time. That way we're not wasting it. Yeah, that might be done. I wish we had a thing that told us if things are empty. Kind of, my summer card does that a lot. You know what I mean? Like they show you things are empty, and that's one thing that's missing from this game. You don't really know if you've used up the product or not. You just run it. It's like, is it out or is it full or what's going on here? Come on, get that spot there. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Close the door, and we need to do this. Okay, looking good. And this part goes back on there, right? Yeah, and then all along here, this is good. We got a little bit spot that needs to be sprayed right there. Good. I don't see any rust here. So that can go back on this fender right here. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's get this snap back up here. All right, there's that. Up top, we have some paint that needs to be done. So let's go ahead and grab our can. Boop. This whole area needs spraying. And that all needs, that looks good. And this is all good here. We'll close that. The hood needs definitely some love. And this needs some love too. All right, there we go. We didn't have any rust on there, did we? There's a spot right there. It's not perfectly finished. There they go. You got to double check and make sure there's no like little bits of gray coming out or you won't get it perfect. Really nice there. That looks good. Okay. All right. So looking next. Okay, I see some spots. We got this up here. This on there. There, right there. It went over the door. Make sure we get all that. Top of the door frame there. Need some. And interior. Yep. And from the inside, that all looks good. Okay. How does this look? Everything looks even and coated. Right there we can hit while we're here. Clean all that up. That all looks good. Okay. So let's go ahead and reassemble some of this so that this is not just laying all over the place. These we can put on without screwing on. Where's that other A-pillar? Or whatever, main frame pillar. Put that back on. Snap that on. Good. Looking good. This piece does not go there. This little piece goes. Wait a minute. There we go. And let's just double check underneath. Yep. Underneath here looks good. Yep. And the top. So this is, it's definitely cathartic. It's very, very relaxing. Kind of painting happy little butterflies. But no, it's fun. This is actually enjoyable to do. A little stressful when it doesn't work the way it's supposed to, but I mean, yeah, it's fun. Does this go on here? I can't remember where this piece goes. I think this is the bottom piece for the side. Oh, there's two of them. This goes along the bottom of the car over here. Once again, let's just open these up and check underneath and make sure we're good. Oh. Well, that's an interesting problem there. Car can't open both doors at the same time. All right. And same thing. That's all good there. Oh, we got a spot I missed. Look at this. There we go. It does happen. And I do feel like sometimes the spots appear after you've done it. So this side looks pretty done, though. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and assemble this and just double check and make sure everything's looking happy. Happy little car parts. Happy little bushes. Oh. And oh, come on. Stop dropping it, Butterfingers. Yeah, it's coming together nicely. All these parts are back. I don't see anything rusty. How are we looking on the charts? Still showing rust, man. That's annoying. I don't know what we're going to do about that because there's no rust. That's the problem is we've looked pretty much everywhere and there's no other rust showing. I don't, at least without completely stripping everything off the car, but maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Once again, we pretty much ripped off everything we could. There's my jack trying to kill us again. We're just going to leave that. Okay. Let's put the seats back in. That's all done. That's the driver's seat here? Yeah, I think that's driver. What does it say? Front left, yeah. Okay. And we're going to go into tightening mode by pressing the F key. And we tighten that down, tighten that down. If you get points off if you don't tighten all the bolts properly. As you can imagine, it's probably not real safe to not have these tight. Okay, and Let's put this seat back in. There it goes. Boop. I almost feel like it'd be fun to... There's that. Okay, what is this? Oh, the door panel. Okay, we can do that. See, and they gave me... What's interesting is they gave me a full-on score for the paint. It's got a 5-star paint job now, but it's still showing rust. So we've got it painted properly. That makes me feel good at least. But it's not. We're not going to get an A+. And I don't know. We may not even be able to turn it in. It might still say there's still rust. But even if we can get a large portion of that money, it's okay if there's some demerits. I don't mind if they take $200 or $300 off. Unfortunately, it's like this game. It does not have a customer satisfaction number. So, as evil as it sounds, am I able to turn it in? No. I can't turn it in. Ugh. So I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't see anything else that I can possibly do to find the rust, but I guess I can poke around with it for a little bit longer. So I'll be back, folks. I don't want to, we've obviously gone over this pretty well, but there's something that we're missing. So I got to figure out what that is. So I'll be back. I'm putting stuff back again. Just so you know, I found the removal for the console is right here. There's a screw right there, and I took it out. So I took the whole carpet out and everything, and there's no rust underneath it. I don't know where this extra rust is, but we've had everything out of the car. Like literally everything you can take out has been out. The only thing I think of is, oh God, don't break the car. Please don't break the car. Please don't break. Oh, for crying out loud, don't do that. Oh. The only thing I can think of is that it's underneath the car, and I'm loath. I just can't get it jacked up high enough to see underneath. I feel like I need to buy that bigger jack, and that might improve our situation. So, let's go. I hate to waste the money, but I'm gonna go into town. We're gonna backpack our way into town. So you take a taxi to the garage, and this brings us here. You can see the garage is sale for $50,000. The shop has the parts store actually has the thing that we need, and we'll jack it up and see underneath there. But if I don't see any rust, I'm going to have to abandon the job. I don't know what else to do. There's no. So we've already lost a net loss on the day. But we needed this anyway, so it's not...
Hey, you need something?
This. Thanks. All right, let's take a taxi back to our house. We spent the whole day working on this. It's a little frustrating. Take out our backpack and chuck this out, and let's get this underneath. Floor jack. Let's see where we can put this. I'm gonna jack it up by the rear suspension arm. That's unique. Lift it up. That's as high as it goes. Wow, that didn't really do much more than... It didn't grab the right spot either, but is that rust? No. What I was thinking about is these. There's some unpainted stuff that I left. We'll fix that. But once again, I don't see any rust. And that's really the thing that we're looking for here, is to see if there's any latent rust left behind. Definitely some paint spots missing. So once again, Check with, but good enough that the game says that we have 100%. The game is saying that the paint is good. It's just saying that there's still rust on the frame. And there's no effing rust. Ugh. Ugh. This kind of stuff will make you jump. And so I'm going to, once again, I'm going to do this stupid, I want to pull these panels off, these right here. Because they are covering up these rockers, but there's there's just, these are, I mean, I don't want to say pristine, but I don't think they get any cleaner than that. There's literally no rust on the frame. And once again, I've ripped the interior all the way out, so there's no rust in there. I don't know where this rust is residing, but I've torn the car all the way down. There's nothing left to tear down. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what to do. I think I'm going to have to start replacing panels at this point. Now, that's the one thing that they did say. If you run into a situation where the paint doesn't fix, the job will include money to include replacing the panels. But that just seems jank to me. But I think that's what we're going to have to do. I'm not happy about this because now we spent the whole day working on this. Now it's still good pay. That's like 2 days pay, but it's going to take me 2 days to get it done. And I haven't even been to the store yet to get the food that I need to survive. So now I got to take a taxi again. Well, let's see. I think we're going to go in and let's see. It's 17. Yeah, we need to skedaddle. Let's go to the store and buy the stuff that we need instead of shipping it, because that'll cost less. So I'm going to take his car. What sucks is, once again, my joystick went to sleep, even though I've got it plugged in. I'm going to have to work on that. My Xbox controller will stay on. And so I think what happens is the controller will now be disabled. So I'm going to have to save and re-enter the game, which sucks. But it's what you do with these new games when they don't work. Okay, so I got that. Let's see, did the buttons work? Yeah, it's working. Okay, so maybe the joystick will work. We'll see. Can I steer? I can steer. I can turn the blinkers on. All right, well, let's go ahead and get there then. I'm going to drive over to town. Oops. And brakes are on. Parking brake off. Putting the car into reverse. And we're going to try not to wreck our client's car. So weird driving a diesel. All right, I'm going to run into town, folks. I'll see you there in a couple minutes. All right, we've arrived at the chop. I'm going to just leave the car running for a minute. So we're just going to be a second. Whoop. Yep, leave it. All right, we need to buy, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are all going to go in my backpack. Good. And then I'm going to buy 1 and 1 to be at right now. That brings our health back up a little bit. Actually, you should always eat before you drink. I made a mistake there. All right, now let's run over to Bob Dole's house. Bob Dole. All right, and see if we can order the hood for this car, because it's going to be kind of important. Actually, I should have brought my tools. Okay, parking brake on. And I can turn the car off now. All right, and let's go ahead and hop out and see what he's got. The good news is he's still here, so I don't I don't know what time they close, but at least we can.
I'm a French immigrant. It's hard to believe, huh?
Sure. We have a wolf, and it's a 1.6D engine search. Body. Don't need the grill, but we need the hood. That's not too bad, actually. That had the most rust on it, so we'll start with the hood first. I left the headlights on. Probably a bad idea. There we go. We'll need them to get back home, but and I'll do the paint at home, but I just want to see if this fixes our... Yeah, I just need a wrench because I forgot mine. And actually, should get a little toolbox. So now we can carry all tools with us, except for I can't pick this thing up. There. Every shop needs a toolbox. It's a good thing I am a tool. Get it? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this and hopefully not mess up our... Okay. This is going to be loosening. And on this side, we're going to loosen this. And let's just take that off. Oh, man. Now, why? Ugh. Oh, where did they go? Where did they go? Where did the springs go? Well, that's no good. Maybe they just come back automatically. That's really bad. Okay. All right. And if we put this on, I just want to see what the rust condition goes to. So let's check the car. No, still showing rust. I'm going to run out of money before I can get all these panels, man. I don't... And some of the stuff that we had to fix was not on the panel. Oh, it's a screwdriver part. Okay, well, we'll just bring... I thought that would fix it for sure. What was the other panel that was rusty? This didn't have anything on it, if I remember right. Like, we really didn't have to do anything to the rear. So these doors, I mean... What have I gotten myself into? This has been... I've tried to record this 3 times. I played the game for 2 days straight and had not had any problems. And every time I record, I get a job that can't be finished. I don't know why this is, but for some reason this game has it out for me. So we're going to have to abandon this job. I'm done. I'm not going to get the money for this. This sucks, but it's like I'm just going to keep going further and further down the hole, and I can't return the car, so I give up. I'm just going to have to start over. Gah! Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this first episode. Man, just learning the things. I've done a bunch of paint jobs, and they've been great, and I haven't had any problems, but this is just ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with this one, but we can't. Next time I see a $4,000 job, I'm going to run like heck. Until I get the garage and I've got more experience doing this, because right now there's rust on this somewhere, and I don't know where it is without taking the car completely apart. So have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Once again, the game is a lot of fun. I really am enjoying it, but it is a little bit on the frustrating side too. On my personal game, I've made like almost $8,000 or $9,000, and things are going great. But for whatever reason, on my YouTube profile. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.